Have you just been appointed as a fiduciary for a veteran and been told that you need to purchase a surety bond? This type of bond is called a fiduciary or custodian VA bond, and it's likely the first time you've heard the term surety bond. That's why in this short video, I'm going to help you understand what a surety bond is, why you're required to purchase one, how to purchase your bond and save money, plus helpful resources if you want to research further. Before we get started, did you know it takes less than 10 seconds to just quickly hit that like button for me? It'll help YouTube put this video in front of other people who are in a similar situation, plus you'll be doing me a huge favor. Let's get into it and answer the question, what is a surety bond? A surety bond, or in this case, a VA bond, is a contract that acts as a financial guarantee that you will manage the benefits of the veteran, including paying bills on time, purchasing the necessities for living, making sure a veteran's investment accounts are properly funded. You see, this bond, it's the primary tool the VA and the veteran uses to hold you accountable to making the right decisions on behalf of the veteran. So it's actually protection for the veteran. And if it's a form of protection, what does a VA surety bond protect against? VA bonds protect the veteran from a fiduciary who may sell assets and steal money, mismanage money, siphon money into third-party accounts, frivolously waste finances on wrongful or more expensive purchases. So if a fiduciary is found guilty of any of these actions or similar actions, the veteran can make a claim against the fiduciary's bond or this bond for financial compensation, but only up to the bond amount. And that brings us to, what is the bond amount? So the bond amount is going to be set by the court that appoints you as the fiduciary. But in most cases, it's going to be equal to the total sum benefits that's going to be going to the veteran. So it's going to be different on a case-to-case basis, but this bond amount will affect the price. And that's why we need to talk about how much does a VA bond cost. So the price you're going to pay for this VA bond is determined by a rate quoted from a surety. The surety is just an insurance company that chooses to underwrite these types of bonds. And every surety is going to be a little bit different. They're going to do their own independent analysis of the applicant based on factors such as personal credit, any relevant financial history. So again, based on these factors, they're going to quote a rate, and this rate multiplied by your bond amount is going to be the price that you pay. And this is why it's really important or a great idea to work with a specialized surety agency like Surety Bonds Direct. The reason is, as a specialized surety agency, we work with multiple A-rated sureties, and this allows us to essentially price shop for you so we can find you that lowest rate, which means the lowest possible price. Let's look at some price examples so you can get an idea of what you might be paying. We'll take a bond amount of, say, $50,000. Just remember, the bond amount is going to be different for every single case. What I want you to really pay attention to is how much a 0.5% to 1% can make in the final cost. And this is how you can potentially save hundreds of dollars, which is a big deal. A 0.5% rate costs $250. A 1% rate costs $500. A 1.5% rate costs $750, and a 2% rate costs $1,000. So we've been doing this for a long time, and we typically don't see rates go much higher than 2%. So you can almost consider that like a little cap. But you can actually see how a 0.5% to 1% can make a huge difference still in the price. Now realize this, as the fiduciary, you will have to initially pay for this bond yourself. And the good news is, in a lot of cases, once you're set up as the fiduciary, you will be reimbursed that cost from the veteran's benefits. But that is not necessarily always the case, so make sure you just check that out. But that is the case a lot of times. So while seeing these examples is helpful and it does give you an idea, you can actually get your exact pricing today. In the link in the description, you can go to our VA bond page and request a quote. Have us price shop for you. It doesn't cost you anything to have a bond specialist go out there and get the pricing. Once you get pricing, there is zero obligation to actually buy anything. So this is free information that you can use and have in your back pocket so that when you're ready to buy, you know how much it's going to cost and what the next steps will be. Purchasing your VA bond. So once you agree to a price, purchasing your bond is as easy as just filling out an online checkout form. It takes like 60 to 90 seconds. The minute your payment is processed, our issuance team will get to work starting on your bond to get it prepared with the following: correct bond form, with the required signatures and seals and power of attorney. The good news is the VA will accept a copy of the bond. This means that we can email it to you, and it just speeds the process up a lot. If for some reason you need the physical copy or the original bond, you can request that from us and we can mail it out to you. Do keep in mind, though, that it does take the amount of time to actually have it mailed out. So it's not like you can get it instantaneously. Renewing your VA bond. As long as you're the fiduciary for the veteran, you must have an active bond on file. VA bonds have a term of 12 months, at which point they need to be renewed. So the 12 months is the expiration date. But this is another great reason to work with Surety Bonds Direct or our specialized surety agency, because they and we manage the process for you. So as the expiration date approaches, your bond specialist will contact you about 30 to 40 days in advance to let you know that the expiration date is coming up. they'll already have renewal pricing available so you can get the renewal process done. It really just means paying the renewal premium and your bond stays active. There's nothing else to it. And that's the bonding process. I hope you can see it's not as confusing as you may have initially thought. It really only takes about 1 to 2 days from start to finish. So first thing is first, go get your pricing. That way you have it. Remember, there's no obligation to purchase. It is free information. Second, if you have any questions, ask in the comments. I always answer questions and I always answer comments. And third, hit that like button for me. It really would help me out. It does help YouTube put this video in front of other people who are in a similar situation as you. And again, like I said, you'll be doing me a huge favor. Thank you for watching.